Hi Fad Campers, it's Grace here and I have some new stand updates I'd love to tell you about. If you're based in the UK, I will be doing some dates in July and August and I'd love to see some of you there. I'll be in Leeds doing a work in progress with Amy Annette on July 4th in the Hyde Park Book Club. I'll be in Brighton on July 6th with Alison Spittle in the Comedia Comedy Club, and I'm going to be doing my own work in progress show in Glasgow on July 12th at Good Egg Comedy. Also then, I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe, of course, for the entirety of August, from July 30th to August 24th. I'll be at the Assembly George's Square, the Crate, 10 to 3 every day. Would love if you could tell anyone you know who's going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe to come see my show. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hello, Fad Campers, it's Grace here. Now, before you go listen to the brand new episodes of Fad Camp, I just want to let you know that I am on tour in 2026. Yes, I'm going to be bringing my brand new stand-up show, Did You Hear We're All Going to Die, to Ireland and the UK, and I'd love to see some of you there. The tour kicks off in Ireland in February. I'm going to Drogheda, Limerick, Galway, Belfast and Cork. And in the UK, I'm going to be in Leicester, Bristol, Brighton, Edinburgh, Manchester and Leeds. You can get the link to all of those tickets on my Instagram or TikTok accounts, Grace Mulvey Comedy and Grace M Comedy. Thanks a million.
What's the best way to reduce? Eat plenty or starve yourself?
30 pounds in just 18 weeks. Jenny Craig totally worked.
I love to eat, but overeating made it impossible to lose weight.
My body wants bread, and I'm going to give my body what it wants.
Oh my God.
So I lost
Naturally.
Medical studies prove that overeating is the number one reason for weight gain. If you need to lose weight, use safe and natural springs away and bring your weight down without the use of unsafe diet.
Welcome to Fad Camp, a podcast that throws a comedy eye over our societal obsession of diets. Now, a little disclaimer, we are not health experts, but we are fad diet connoisseurs. I'm your host, comedian Grace Mulvey.
And I'm your co-host, Conor Dowling.
Welcome to Fad Camp.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fad Camp. Conor, how are you getting on?
I am getting on beautifully, Grace. Thank you for having me on the show.
What were we just doing before we started recording? Both of us were like,
We're singing. My Grace said, baby.
Ooh, baby. Listen, guys, as you can tell, we're a bit giddy. Again, me and Conor haven't chatted for a while, and sometimes like these records become us just getting the giddiness.
It's just our hangout session, and you're invited.
And you're all invited. Okay, so this episode, lads, it's loosey-goosey, it's silly Billy, and it's my topic, okay? Now, Conor, you just showed me something that you have in your apartment, which is like a tape deck thing,
yes,
right?
I love the old cassette tapes.
The cassette tape. Conor is what we like to call a fucking hipster. Okay?
I'm an analog physical media bro, okay? Always have been, always will.
But can I say, even go like cassette? I have not seen a cassette in a long time, Conor. This is nuts.
I got Bruce Springsteen right here for you.
Oh my God.
The
Bruce,
boss.
Sorry. You actually can't see what he's showing me, but it's Bruce Springsteen in his prime. Okay, so this whole, like, ironically, you showed me that and didn't even know what I'm going to be talking about, which is fitness tapes. Celebrities, fitness
That's literally
tapes.
crazy. That's crazy. Like, that's so funny because, I guess I'm just like going to be talking about tapes at any given moment. So it just lined up. But no, we've never talked about tapes before. And so, okay, home workout videos, that kind of thing.
Home workout videos. Now, I will say I'm going to hone in on the celebrity workout and like weight loss DVDs of the noughties.
Wonderful.
However, Conor, there is a very celebrated tradition of celebrities at home workout tapes. Can you name any celebrities that come to mind? Like, I'm talking 70s, 80s,
okay,
90s.
well, obviously Jane Fonda. She's the GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
She is the GOAT.
You know who had one? And I'm pretty sure I bought it for a family member. Do you remember do you remember Sonia from EastEnders?
Oh my God, Conor, also known as Natalie Cassidy, who I'm going to be talking about.
No way.
Connor, I cannot believe that. I actually can't believe that.
Too funny. Yeah, I'm looking her up now. Yeah, I definitely. Oh wow, the first thing that comes up. Sorry, no spoilers for what you're going to say. But I just Googled it real quick. The dark side of fitness DVDs. Yes. That's the first thing that. What? Okay, this is shocking.
What? This is actually. Now this is Paranormal Activity. Like how the fuck, guys? For our American listeners, which there are many.
Yes.
Sonia from EastEnders. EastEnders is like a soap opera.
It's like Days of Our Lives, basically.
And like Days of Our Lives in the UK, in England, right? And Sonia was like a massive character in EastEnders.
This is so funny.
But she's like not been in the zeitgeist for a long time. So the fact that you even thought about her workout DVD is fucking nuts.
Grace, everyone knows the Mount Rushmore of celebrity fitness DVDs is Jane Fonda and Natalie Cassidy. Everyone knows that. It's those two people. What the hell? That's so funny. Well, like it makes so much sense that it would have been popular because EastEnders is so popular. Like, like a soap opera on pretty much every day of the week in the UK and in Ireland.
Yeah.
You know, Sonia was a big character like in the kind of 90s, early noughties. And, you know, she played like a teen mom, basically. And she probably... I'm assuming, you know, because she was like kind of like maybe chubby or a little bit heavy, but then suddenly it's like maybe had a glow up and is like doing,
Well, so this is very funny because like the Sonia character, like guys, this is very late 90s, early 90s.
Oh my God.
Like when someone was the fat character, I swear to God, they were my goal weight.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like she probably had like 2 pounds on her more and a round face, and they were like, "Oh my God, look at this elephant coming across EastEnders." But yeah, so she was considered the fat character, but she just definitely wasn't. I wouldn't even consider her a mid-sized person.
Sure.
But yes, she did. Now, she was part of a trend, and I would say like early noughties, you're talking 2005 to 2000 and maybe like 12, I think was peak fitness DVDs, right? And it was exclusively actors or particularly reality TV stars.
Absolutely.
However, in the past, as you mentioned, Jane Fonda was the one who kind of came out with the big first one, like absolutely mental. She dropped like the Hollywood legend dropped her first cardio-focused fitness tape in 1982.
Wow. Okay.
Which, by the way, in this article I read that one Vogue writer still believes it's the best exercise class out there.
I've heard that. I have heard people today still say that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's so interesting now in kind of obviously her like more mature years, she's come out with a walking workout. On
fair play.
YouTube.
She keeps the brand going. Yeah.
This is it. And like you age with your audience. Now, other performers and A-list actors who've come out with their own like kind of workout tapes throughout the 90s and 80s. LaToya Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
Janet Jackson's sister.
Yeah.
Paula Abdul.
Okay.
And Conor, the one that really shocked me, Cher.
I mean, I would watch that. I would watch that.
First of all, it's called Cher Fitness, a New Attitude. I'm lads, if you better believe I'm going to do that this weekend.
Absolutely.
Apparently, I've seen like clips of it, right? That came out in 1991. And it's like a step-based routine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and she's in real kitschy workout gear. She has a tutu over a leotard. Absolutely
hilarious.
Incredible, okay? So, like, it's so interesting.
Let's not forget Elizabeth Sparkle.
Elizabeth Sparkle?
Demi Moore from The Substance. She was kind of like a Jane Fonda-esque character. Doing her in her leotard, doing those 80s kind of fitness videos, you know?
Yeah, you're so right. But it's such a funny thing that like, this is a trend. And what's so interesting, I was doing some research on it and weirdly, I actually couldn't find out that much about it. Like apart from it being like a real money maker, particularly obviously with videos and cassettes as Conor, you're still in that tech. But it was a massive moneymaker, and I imagine a lot of people who are listening to this might actually have like their mothers or grandmothers would have been doing these tapes,
definitely. Yeah.
You know? But in my memory, I definitely remember the noughties and the kind of like reality TV stars coming out with these like DVDs. And they weren't just fitness, because I will say about like the Cher one and Jane Fonda and Paula Abdul, they were all just fitness. These ones that were coming out, unless I'm wrong and there's a gap in my knowledge, please let us know if there is. But certainly the ones that I was seeing where it was like Natalie Cassidy,
Yeah.
Sonia from EastEnders, and all these reality TV stars, it was much more like drop a jean size in 4
yeah.
weeks or lose 3 stone. Like it was very intense, right? But essentially, I'm going to hone in on a few people who not only like took part in this, but basically there was like a massive fallout from it. Okay, so there's a bit of gossip going on here. I will say for all of my, because this is like real reality TV, but like British reality TV, you're talking like people who are in like Towie or The Only Way, like The Only Way is Essex, or Geordie Shore or Gogglebox. Like this, this is the this is the quality we're getting. Like, by the way, some very talented people in there, but like this is what you're talking about. Yeah. But like, so what's very interesting is the fallout from this and the fallout from these DVDs and like kind of the behind the scenes of what was actually going on was only really covered in tabloids, which I don't like going online and having to look at tabloids. Like, I'm not going to name them. Yeah. But they were the only places that were actually talking about this. And I actually was like, well, this is much more interesting. And frankly, I think it's because they were reality TV stars. It kind of wasn't being taken seriously by mainstream media. It was only being covered by tabloids, which I think is kind of quite neglectful on the mainstream media, because lots of people bought these DVDs.
I think that's super interesting, because I would say that even though these tabloids are like in some way trying to expose and embarrass, you know, the celebrities for whatever issues or scandals there are, I'd say a lot of the time it probably ends up being marketing, you know, for like, it probably ends up leading to more DVD sales.
Okay. Well, Conor, this is going to show you the self-eating machine that is the tabloid. Yeah. The first person I'm going to cover is Scarlett Moffat. Does that name ring a bell to you
Not
at all?
Not at all, but was she on EastEnders or any of those shows? Cause
No. She was on Gogglebox, and I will say this.
I do not know any personalities that have made the leap from Gogglebox to the Zeitgeist. I'm sorry, and I will not. But do you know what, Conor?
I will say this. Scarlett Moffat, I'm a huge fan. I think she first of all, Conor, I don't care. She's actually, first of all, she was on the UK Gogglebox. People who know, you know. She was like a standout person, so funny on it. And she made the leap into being like, she won like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Amazing.
But she became like a proper TV presenter and stuff like that. Yeah. And an all-around lovely person.
Sure.
But she did come out with one of these DVDs. So I'm going to say I absolutely adore her, but let's get into it, okay? So she released a DVD in 2016 called Scarlett's Super Slim Me Plan.
Rolls off the tongue.
It just, you know what? It's like the rural juror. I can't stop saying it. A workout DVD where she said at the time helped her lose more than 3 stone, okay? Now, this DVD, it sold well, you know. However, there was some controversy when it was revealed that not only did she do the DVD workout plan, which on the DVD she pretty much said, this is what I did to lose this weight. It was revealed she had actually also attended a Swiss boot camp.
Oh my goodness.
And had been put on an extreme diet to help her lose weight, okay? Now, this is from The Sun.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, The Sun, I'm pretty sure, was also involved in releasing the DVD in the first place.
Absolutely. That's I hate it. It's such a machine, but like, it's
a self-eating machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not only were they exposing her, they were like, and then of course a few months ago we were the ones who released it. You know what I mean? But
oh my God.
In an interview with her younger sister Ava, she actually went on to say, when I first came out of the jungle, so she's talking about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She went from Gogglebox, right? Yeah. To becoming kind of a well-known personality from Gogglebox, and then suddenly she's in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And she didn't have any representation when she won. Right. So she won, didn't have any representation, and immediately was approached to do essentially this DVD thing. And from what I'm gathered when I've listened to Natalie Cassidy and all of these people talk about their DVDs, they're like, when someone approaches you and they say, hey, do you want to earn like 100 grand and you'll lose 3 stone? They're like, grand. Let's sign me up. So she said in it.
But hang on, sorry, I just want to come in on a couple of things there, because I feel like the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here thing, one thing that happens a lot on that show is because they're like subsisting on a diet of rice, beans, and like bugs and stuff, and like animal organs in the
animal pubes or whatever.
The challenges. Oh,
but they're like
Grace.
eating. No, they're
Grace. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Actually, I'm sorry.
No.
Grace
I'm
has been
sorry.
cancelled.
They genuinely eat like bull testicles.
Bull
on that
testicles,
show.
liver kink kind of stuff. Totally. But the thing is that people always come out of that show like skinny, like they've emaciated, and it's they kind of love it. They're like, go to the jungle, raise my profile a little bit, be on TV. It looks like a bit of crack at times. They're like living in the jungle with a bunch of other interesting
Can I just
people.
say, as a vegan, you die out there.
Oh, and I've been horribly offended watching the show as well, like with the things that they do to like animals and insects and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, bit of sunshine, bit of nature, and you might get to hang out with like a pop star from the 80s as well. But people always come out of it skinny. So I think it's interesting that was kind of like the jumping off point for that.
Yes.
Because of course then the tabloids are going to be like, look at how much weight Scarlett lost in the jungle.
Yes,
like she's looking in her bikini in the jungle and all this sort of stuff. So like it's kind of like formulaic in that way.
It's already like almost a step in the direction of having lost some weight, but like she was a person who, you know what I mean? Like, as in like, she was a very like normal looking girl. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
On Gogglebox. And so like losing a little bit of weight, but when you're in the spotlight, actually, let's be honest, and we've seen it particularly now, if you watch any, oh my God, awards show, you're going to see people have lost an extreme amount of weight. And that's what we're kind of used to when people get very famous.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you're so right. Okay. So anyway, in an interview with her younger sister, she said, when I first came out of the jungle, I went through a stage where I felt like I had to try and look a certain way. I wanted to try and get out of the stereotypical Georgie girl. I stopped wearing fake tan and wore wag dresses, but I was really miserable. I like being orange and having eyelashes that go up to my forehead. That's what I'm saying. I kind of love her, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Now, so basically, the Sun on Sunday revealed that she secretly attended a boot camp and ate about 700 calories a day.
Lovely.
Okay. But what happened was, after the release of the DVD, this is something I didn't know, you do sign a contract. And apparently on that contract, you basically sign that you're going to keep the weight off for a certain amount of time.
Oh!
So
that's an impossible contract to sign.
So around this time, all right, that this article had come out, she was basically facing demands to repay producers £100,000 after putting the weight back on.
Now that's horrendous. That sucks. Yeah.
So this like super slim me plan was released apparently like not that long after she like had won, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Essentially, with this article that came out, not only did they like basically reveal that she had actually gone to this boot camp and been on an extreme diet of 700 calories. Like in the actual DVD, she was basically being like, I'm only doing the workouts that I've done on this DVD and you should follow a diet of 1,200 calories. Do you know what I mean? But she was eating like half of that. They basically had some of her text messages, okay? And in it, this is some of the text messages that she revealed when she was messaging a pal, okay? In one message, she goes, it's so hard losing weight anyway without this pressure to have to persuade people you're doing everything they're telling you, even though I know it's bad on my body eating only 600, 700 calories a day. In another message, she said, my mom's going to call. I can't do this anymore. It's too much. And I'm having to almost persuade people to believe me. I wanted to make an honest DVD. This doesn't feel right. So as part of the DVD deal, Scarlett had to lose 3 stone and to guarantee that she would reach the goal of 8 stone.
Wow. And
so was put through this 5-month like kind of fitness regime.
3 stone is about 42 pounds for anyone who deals in that.
Yeah. So she, on the DVD, as I said, mentioned that she followed a diet of like 1,200 calories a day, right? Although she was actually eating half of that. But as she said, as soon as I stopped, I just piled the weight back on. And to be honest, I was in denial about the changes my body went through. I couldn't face up to my weight anymore. So when I did, it was a bit emotional.
This is crazy because I don't know if we're going to know this or if we're going to be able to know this, but like it sounds like there is some company behind this that are like, okay, let's pluck, a suitable candidate for our next weight loss DVD
Yep.
campaign or whatever it is. We're going to create the diet. We're going to create all the terms and conditions and just have this person as the poster child for this. And it's
Yeah.
like what kind of company does this? And it kind of sounds like a little bit of a trap that they're setting for this person by going, yeah. Sorry.
Well, this is interesting that you say a trap. Okay. So I'm going to come down to this. Okay. So her DVD sold 60,000 copies and became the top selling sport and fitness DVD of its release, peaking at number 2. And again, she earned approximately, they think, £100,000. But she had signed a contract, apparently, that she would remain at the new weight for a year.
Yeah.
So what they were doing, and apparently lawyers representing Big Shot Productions.
Okay, Big Shot. I'm watching.
Yeah, we're sending legal letters to her back and forth because they started spotting photos of her allegedly with the pounds back on.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I find really interesting about it is that we kind of see the front of it where we go if you look up these DVD covers, lads, when I say it's a picture of Scarlett Moffat looking like she just looking so horrendous on a beach in a bikini. How did they get those photos? That's weird. And then, of course, beside it is the after photo where she looks absolutely sculpted.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize is that she would actually have to keep the weight off after a long time. And that's where you go, okay, this is insane. I'm going to read you one more message because I actually do. These messages to her friends are so enlightening, I think. Another one said, I'm not in a good place with this weight loss. According to the scales, I'm 8 stone, 3 pounds. So I've actually put on 1.25 pounds. Realistically, I can't put 5 hours of exercise in every day.
Oh my God. That's less than 100 pounds altogether, I think. I just quickly did that in my head. I could be wrong. Or no, just over 100 pounds. Anyway.
But it's that interesting thing that because of the DVD and the blurb on the DVD, she had to say she got down to 8 stone.
Yeah.
So she's there and she's freaking out about being 8 stone 3.
Yeah.
And this is where this brings me back to my, motivation days where I was but my BMI is this and I'm still whatever amount of weight over it. So then I'm fixated on a number and not actually seeing what's happening, what's happening with my body.
It's an arbitrary number, just like your BMI situation or this contract that she's in. It almost kind of sounds like this company, it would be in their best interest for her to put those any pounds back on, so she would be in breach of her contract and they would get their investment back. Meanwhile, having pocketed the profits from all of the DVD sales and all of that. So now I'm not saying that was their plan all along. I'm definitely not saying that was their plan.
We're not saying
I'm
that.
not saying
of
that
course.
this was a template that they work with and they've probably done it before and will do it again. I'm not saying that, obviously, but you could totally infer that from this situation,
But when you think of the year that she brought out this DVD, right? So 2016, this was not the peak years. That's not the peak years of DVD sales. If we think about what's happening in 2016, we already have, say, Joe Wicks is on YouTube.
You can just go onto
there
YouTube.
Are people, yeah, exactly. So that is something that they bring up in the article as well, that essentially kind of through the back and forth with the legalities of it all, they were saying they're trying to blame her for only selling 60,000 copies and then trying to recoup their payment. It's again this arbitrary thing of doesn't it just show you though how the proof that diets and extreme exercise is not a long-term solution.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. They know that.
Yeah.
If anything, they're selling a product. And this is the thing that kills me with diet culture. We say it all the time. If you had any other product that fell apart as quickly as diets and exercise regimes, they wouldn't be able to sell them. You know what I mean?
But that's why, and not to be too conspiracy minded, that's why it's the perfect trap. If you know that, if you go, look, no one's going to be able to stick to this 8 stone weight for a year. And if they don't do that, then we get our money back. If they do, okay. But they probably won't. So the fact that they were kind of hunting down photos of her sounds like they were trying to build their case pretty quickly against her. You know?
And as we say, allegedly. All allegedly.
Oh, like only like this is like me just like, you know, doing a thought experiment if I was like an evil person. But it is interesting that you clarified that this did happen in 2016, because I was kind of going, wait, isn't Gogglebox a bit more of a recent show? And like, fitness DVDs in my mind are like early 2000s, mid 2000s, like they're like a DVD era thing. The fact that like someone's life is being kind of hijacked by one in 2016, it feels kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. And you know what? She went on to say that the DVD was like her biggest regret.
Yeah, absolutely.
She said, you know, she even apologized, by the way, for the before and after photos because, and I quote, she said, "Now I realize how detrimental AR, which is augmented reality, is to people's mental health." She said it was the most miserable time for life. And she actually even deliberately started putting weight back on so that like people would stop buying the DVDs.
Right. Yeah.
She was like, I don't want people to be buying this. I do find it interesting, like, as some people say, like, there was actually a columnist, again, weirdly, in The Sun, Stacey Solomon, which I know, Conor, this means nothing to you, but I also am a fan of her. But she actually said, I think the DVD company should be liable.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, she was like, if they're going to offer a deal,
yeah,
and they should turn around and be like, you have to use this exercise plan on a DVD to lose the weight, otherwise they're selling a lie. And that's the thing. Yeah. They are, and they know they're selling a lie.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I find so interesting.
That's honestly, that is fascinating, and it sounds like such a scam. It really does. And I genuinely feel bad for her because she kind of, you know,
she was so young. Like, she was like 20, I think she was 25. Like, she was young coming out of the
won a
jungle,
reality
like,
show and was probably offered lots of deals. We're going to put your face on Lunchbox, and people are going to buy T-shirts, and here's a cookbook, and here's a DVD, and, you know, you're going to be your own brand. And look at all the people that have done it before you. It's probably kind of seen as like a bit of a milestone or a rite of passage in that kind of, you know, reality TV.
Oh, for sure. In that
world.
time of how to make money in that time as well. Like, here's the thing. If you think about reality TV when it comes to even like, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Gogglebox, who is the target market? It tends to be women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And that's because those women, like particularly in their 30s and 40s, the new mums, they might be at home a lot more, watching TV. And if you've got young kids, I'm sorry, your Saturday nights are, I'm watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, I'm watching Gogglebox.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There, I'm at home a lot more. I might, whatever. I actually can't go out that much. Oh, I can do that exercise at home. Oh, I could also do a 1,200 calorie diet. And you know what I mean?
You've got a recognizable face selling it to you, someone who you might kind of trust or you might like, you might be a bit of a fan of them, and be like, hey, well, if they did it and I trust them, they seem like a cool person, I'll do their thing. But little do you know that they are being taken advantage of as well. Like, this starts at the top, you know?
But it does. And this is like, I think I find these fitness DVDs, particularly like the ones where you're like, and even the Jane Fonda ones, like, I'm sure that Jane Fonda one's fantastic, but let's be honest, Jane Fonda, like, has been open about the fact that she's gotten plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. So I do find that I'm like, when sometimes I'm like, well, okay, but like, how much have you gotten liposuction? Like, and I don't mean, like, I don't need, but it's like, if you're going to sell DVDs and you're going to sell these things, like, like, I think maybe with Jane Fonda, I think she probably has a lot more control because she came out with that stuff.
Sure.
But with Scarlett Moffat or these young women, I'm like, you were just being offered money and you were like, okay, great. And I get to lose weight because everyone's criticizing me anyway because I'm the only quote unquote normal looking person I see around me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you this clip. Okay. So this is, I feel like I'm inviting you into middle-aged woman daytime television here.
I'm here for it. It's all I watched when I was a kid, sick home from school, you know, so it's just a return to form really.
You're like,
for me.
Jerry.
Oh, absolutely. Sally, Jesse Raphael, anyone?
Oh, those glasses, baby girl. Okay, so I'm going to show you this clip. Let's watch it. This is Loose Women, okay? And just to give you a little intro, this is around the time the Scarlett Moffat thing was kicking off in the news. So, like, it's a bit like The Talk in the US where you have like kind of like well-known women sitting around discussing. Whoopi Goldberg sitting around discussing the topics of the day. So this is Loose Women, and this is one of the actors on the show discussing her doing a weight loss and fitness video like back in the 90s.
But they came to me and said, well, how would you like to
having a fitness and a diet and everything. And I was quite overweight at the time. And I thought, I'll give it a go. But what was easy about it was they supplied all the food. So wherever I was filming, a bike would arrive and they'd give me my food. So I spoke to a dietitian, told them all what I like, and they gave me the food all the time. So for probably about 3 months, there it is there. I was light as a feather in those days.
Amazing.
And then I'd do the exercise and everything. So that was for probably about 3 months. But then at the end of the 3 months, the bike stopped coming, the exercise man stopped coming, and it all went back on again.
So that there was Linda Robson.
Was she on EastEnders? Because her accent is very East End style.
She was actually on a TV show called Birds of a Feather.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't. Yeah. So the name of her fitness video and weight loss video was called Light as a Feather.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I totally remember her. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought it was really interesting, if you want to look her up, Linda Robson, I'd say she's probably like maybe in her 60s now. But she's kind of talking about a time when she was, in the 90s, quite well known in the UK. And as she said, they signed her up to do this.
Yeah.
They bring her the food. They bring her the trainer every day. So she's everything done for her. And then she's like, and on it, like on the actual DVD or like the booklet, it says like lost 2 stone in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's 3 months to lose 28 pounds. And then she's like, yeah, but then the moment, of course, production stopped.
Yeah.
There's no one bringing me my 3 meals a day and there's no trainer. And this is what I always think that is really important to drive home with people, particularly now with even social media. Because if you want to say that we can see the problems we had with fitness DVDs, guys, we're getting this every day in videos. Every day.
Yeah.
In videos on our feeds, on our algorithm. You're getting very wealthy people telling you what they do in a day. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sure I could also do that in a day if I fucking had everyone bringing me stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think you're going to do your food shop.
But hang on, Chris.
You know what I mean? And
But sorry, but I just to go back a little bit, because here's the thing, that we haven't really said about these celebs. Because you go to any library and go to their health and wellness section or whatever, you'll find books. There's a lot of diet books. There's probably a companion diet book to her video or DVD. Right?
Yeah.
And it's all these celebs, comedians, actors, soap opera stars from the 90s, the 80s, and noughties, and they've got these books that are all how I lost weight, and this is the only way to live, and how I beat cancer or whatever. Right? It's all of these wild claims, but she just said it herself. They handed her the diet, a dietitian came these are always presented as in this is what I did and this is how but it's not. They're basically just written a book or made a DVD that says, this is the diet that I followed. You know what I mean?
And the diet that I followed, and also I was getting paid to do it. And also they brought everything to me. So I didn't have to cook anything. I didn't kind of have to think about stuff that much.
But I didn't create this at all. This is not my creation. This is not I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? If I do X, Y, Z, and I do all the research and talk to dietitians and scientists and all these people, then these will be my results. And I'm sharing my proprietary learnings with you. It's no, they paired me with a dietitian and a work. It's like Kumail, going someone from Marvel basically got hired or hired someone and gave me the diet and the food and sent it to me in little boxes and said, eat this at this time and do this.
Yeah.
They didn't create this themselves at all.
But that's so true. The fact, I think it's that weird thing of them willing to put their face on something and go, oh yeah, this is me. And I'm like, well, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to back it up.
Yeah.
And actually you're going to, weirdly, not that I
you have
think,
to stand by it. You have to stand by it.
You have to stand by it. And the fact that even, I'm sure, as we mentioned with Scarlett Moffat, that they were trying to get the money back off her because she wasn't keeping the weight off for a year. It just shows you though that if you're going into this stuff that it's oh, I want to lose this amount of weight in this short time.
Yeah.
No one is talking about long term. Everything's just really short term. And I get that because we're told all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, well the worst thing you can do is be fat, or you'll die any minute. like surely shocking your body into eating 600 calories a day and like exercising for 5 hours. Mother of God, like I can't ever imagine any physician would be like, yeah, that's brilliant for you. By the way, absolutely fantastic. But I wanted to go back because not to do a little drive-by shooting for Joe Wicks, but it did just remind me, even her saying that about like the fact that they brought the meals to her. Remember, like, as I got really annoyed about that Joe Wicks post where he talked about his postpartum wife.
Yeah.
And like, you know, praising her. And like, my big thing is like, I have no doubt that woman, you know, did so much work. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like, do you have help with your kids? Do you have a home delivery service? Do you possibly have a chef? Like, these are things where I'm like we blame ourselves so much for not being able to do everything that like life throws at us.
Yeah.
I think even if you were to think of like working from home during COVID showed people, they were like, wait a minute, how did I ever work out and do my laundry and do 8 hours of work and cook when I used to have to go into the office? Like, it kind of occurred to people that they were like, how did I ever get anything done?
Yeah.
Because like, we don't have the ability to have things delivered to us all the time in that way or pre-packaged for us. Like, we're always trying to buy time. But if you're wealthy, that's what you have is time. If you're not, you're constantly trying to earn money to buy time.
Yeah,
back.
you can outsource all of that kind of annoying work that people don't have the time to do. And if they do like really try to force themselves to do it, those are the kind of things that trip people up, you know, in like a long-term diet.
It's the burnout. Yeah, I'm sorry, the burnout
I
of that.
can't keep up with washing all of these lunch boxes for meal prep. I can't keep up with, you know, whatever it is. And you just you know what?
You get 2 days off at the weekend.
Yeah.
And as I said when I was doing the body coach thing, my Sundays would be ruined with like 3 to 4 hours of cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for no fucking joy.
Yeah.
Like me cooking something that I don't particularly want to, by the way, like, food does not last that long. So, like, by the time you get to Thursday, that chili is looking fairly dank, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I want to go back to another clip because I thought this was very enlightening, right? So this is the same clip of Loose Women, except this time we're going to be hearing from a journalist who's on the panel, okay?
I have no issue with fitness DVDs. I think, great. As you say, if you're in your living room and it makes you move around a bit more, great. But the weight loss ones, I do think you're selling a myth. And you're selling a myth to people who, you know, as a journalist, I sit all the time. I read the papers and I go, oh, here we go. I see a reality star usually who is pictured on a beach, unawares, looking overweight, and I think that's because there's a weight loss DVD coming. And sure enough, you know, and I mean, I feel quite sorry for Scarlett Moffat because she's new to this business. And I think she probably just thought, well, this is what everybody does. And she kind of went, you know, and she actually says, I never knowingly took diet pills. So I don't know what she was told that they were or whatever. But so I feel now she probably can rescue herself from this and just take ownership of it. Yeah. Because what I love is that she told a body conference seminar recently, she said, when I was on a diet, I was never more miserable.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what do you think of that?
Honestly, I did have that thought when you were talking about like how these things are marketed as like lose 2 stone in 2 months, the speed of things. It's because these tabloids or websites or whatever they are will take these unflattering photos, share them, criticize the women, and then sort of tee them up for a before and after. So then as consumers, we just see this before and after. Really, it feels like such a short space of time that, oh my God, look, there she was looking like a beached whale only 2 months ago. And now she's red carpet ready, you know, like all within like the same issue of a magazine. So I think that's really interesting that she's kind of connected those dots and shown like what an assembly line it is, you know?
Well, when you think of the magazines, and definitely in the noughties, I don't know how much now I see it, but in the noughties, when like the magazines my mom would have bought, and on the front, like Heat magazine, whatever, it was a picture of a reality TV star or an actress getting out of the water.
Yeah.
With the most unflattering photo. And then it's like the after photo of like, but I did this diet. And it's the way this journalist said, she puts up like in quotations, they don't know they're being photographed.
Yeah.
So it's been set up. Ugh. They know an unflattering photograph's coming out. And like probably the only difference is maybe, I would imagine, and this is me just guessing, probably only 2 weeks. And I bet you in those 2 weeks, you know what has happened? They've just had a photo shoot. They've had lighting.
Oh, absolutely.
Because lads, I'm going to tell you right now, we know this from Instagram now. The amount of times you can make yourself look so different through filters, editing, lighting. So all they're doing is that to sell you this absolutely fucked up diet. Like when she said that, I was like, this is a real aha moment for me. Because I was like, oh, that's all set up. Like, and I know that sounds stupid because I'm 37. I should know this by now. But like, I didn't realize that's what it was churning out when it came to diets with celebrities.
It's so messed up. It's like both products you're buying are coming from the same, like you're buying the poison and the antidote from the same person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and then that same magazine will do like an expose a week later and be like, oh my God, she lied.
Yeah. What? Oh, look at her doing this bullshit diet. How dare she? Sponsored by us. You know?
Yeah, she was in the Swiss Alps that we paid for, the bitch.
My God, it's just like,
isn't it mental?
It's all it's all just coming from the same room in this one building of this magazine, and they're like, okay, now we have a campaign here, and the campaign starts with the unflattering photo which she has provided to us, and it ends with us like cancelling her basically.
And then we'll let her do a memoir in about a month.
And that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. Like that's where we get our real money from. You know, we'll book the talk show appearances where she says I was taken advantage of, and we'll be like, we really took advantage of her. You know, and
but also don't name any names. These executives never get named. You do notice this? They'll never be named.
I feel like I'm seeing into the Matrix. I am seeing the Matrix right now, and it's so stupid. It's just dumb. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. If you want to hear more bonus exclusive content for Fad Camp, make sure to log on to Head Stuff Plus, and for as little as $5 a month, you can support our show and other shows in the Head Stuff Podcast Network and hear exclusive content from Fad Camp. That's bonus episodes, photos, videos. It's a really good time, so we hope to see you there. Now, back to the show.
But I think, particularly with, I think right now we can't see the damage that's being done in real time with TikTok and Instagram. Like, we've tried to cover it, but like sometimes you're just too in it. But these DVDs, to see how manipulated we were, and actually how manipulated realistically my mum's generation were.
Totally.
Like, because it was my mum for sure who was watching those shows and who was home during the day and who was like reading those magazines and kind of would almost be like, oh yeah, there's this new diet and I really like this actor, or I really like this, particularly with reality TV stars, because like someone like Scarlett Moffat or like a lot of these people are from like humble beginnings or like middle class beginnings, but not. These are very normal looking people and reachable people. Yeah. So actually, you kind of do put your relatable. Yeah. You put more faith into them. Yeah. But okay, I wanted to now, because we've mentioned her before, and it's obviously Conor's favorite person apart from Jane Fonda.
I'm so excited. I'm beside myself. I can't believe
Natalie Cassidy.
I bought this DVD for someone in my family, maybe my mom, maybe my sister, because like, who doesn't love Sonia from EastEnders is something that someone probably hasn't said in about 20 years. But, you know,
I can't believe that you bought the Sonia from EastEnders workout video. So you actually did buy it for like, say, your mom or sister, was it?
1,000%. It's probably still in my parents' house. That is hilarious.
And can I just say, because lads, when I say they were prime for Christmas, Christmas was, because of course you'd eat at Christmas and then you'd be like, well, sure,
stuffer. Like what the hell? Like, it's like, hey, just, you know, you're probably going to put on a few pounds over Christmas, so this is going to be perfect for your New Year's resolution. It just sells itself.
At the stroke of midnight, when it comes January 1st, I want to hear Sonia's voice, Natalie Cassidy's voice, being like, come on, girls, push it.
And you know what's an institution around Christmas in the UK and Ireland? EastEnders Christmas special.
Oh my God, yes.
The omnibus or whatever, you know.
Guys, Like, I really do think I do feel sorry for Americans because you guys never got to experience this. But the like EastEnders or Coronation Street Omnibus, where it was like they did a bumper episode around Christmas and New Year's and shit would be kicking off.
And they would shoot it all cinematic and stuff as well. Do you remember?
Stop. No, it was so different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It'd be like the movie version of the show. And you'd be like, why is this so epic?
And then they probably have like Sonia's DVDs all in the background.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we have to talk about Natalie Cassidy. So Natalie Cassidy, who played Sonia in EastEnders, basically like was, again, Conor, it's so funny that we joked about a memoir. She brought out a memoir and talked about how awful this DVD was.
No, she looks so happy on the cover. I can still picture her like just beaming on the cover, you know?
You bought into it, you stupid little bitch.
Hook, line, and sinker. And can I just say real quick, we love a before and after story, okay?
Oh yeah.
But we also it's this messed up thing where we love like a she's all grown up now story as well, which is so pervy and creepy. But this Sonia thing had that, you know, she's no longer the chubby teen mom from EastEnders. She's the hot, you know, skinny fitness DVD lady, and that's very much what this felt like.
Yeah. Do you know what? Because I got the inspiration for this, like the idea for this episode, because I saw an interview with her on Catherine Ryan's podcast. And again, it was a little clip. They didn't talk about this the whole time, but she talked about how with the DVD, like before she, you know, would maybe do a diet occasionally, but not really. And this is what doing the DVD actually messed with her head.
Oh, cool.
But we're gonna go. I'm gonna show this clip now, and this is from a show called This Morning, where Natalie was kind of basically talking about her memoir, and this is what she has to say about the DVD.
Let's talk about the DVD, because I remember that time. Do you remember when the DVDs was like massive?
Huge,
there was no other way of like doing any other diets, but the DVD was absolutely huge.
Yes.
I mean, tell us a little bit about what you went through doing that.
Well, I've sat here before, actually, and been very honest and said, you know, I did do that for money. Do you know what I mean?
For the dollar.
They said you can get fit, you know, and have a load of money. I went, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yep.
And actually, it wasn't. It was one of the worst decisions I made. I lost 4 stone in 3 months.
Oh, my gosh. This is not normal, is it?
It's not. And the job ended, and I just ate and ate and ate.
Well, the thing that the people,
Put it all back on.
They don't help you after doing that?
No, and I put all the weight back on, and that then highlighted this kind of yo-yo diet culture that was out there with the pink tops and all of that with mags. And I fell into that world, you know, and I'm not blaming anyone because it was my choice. But I think what I've done with it, I now have a very healthy relationship. I think everything in moderation is brilliant. I love my food, as you know. I love my cooking.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And it's really important for me to have food at the centre and the heart of the home.
Yes.
And for it to be a great thing and not a bad thing.
Oh my God, Grace.
I know.
Grace, just real quick. Seeing Natalie Cassidy talk, it's like seeing a family member talk. Like that's the power of TV. Someone in your living room, like every day for your childhood and stuff. And I also just remembered.
Yeah.
Me and my family used to go to this Spanish tourist spot like every summer when I was a kid called Puerto Banús. And we used to often see EastEnders people on their holidays, and one time we saw
Conor.
We saw Sonia and Ricky and Martin.
Stop.
We saw the 3 of them, and it was like, and they were like having a bit of like a mini kind of, you know, drama, like, you know, just chatting to each other. Kind of, they looked like, you know, like they could have been arguing about forgetting the keys to the hotel room or something like that. You know,
yeah.
But it was just like, and they were all tanned
This
and
is
stuff.
insane.
It reminded me because she kind of has a bit of a tan on her neck in the video.
Conor, can I say, all I'm learning about this episode is how much you are fucking obsessed with Sonia from EastEnders. Like, I'm sorry, you're actually like a stalker.
That's so funny.
I can't believe you didn't get her to sign the DVD.
That's too funny.
There's no way they weren't selling that DVD around fucking Spain. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
absolutely.
In some bargain bin.
This was pre-DVD
so
though. This was before the DVD came out.
Oh wait, I'm sure you had a cassette somewhere.
Okay. Oh my God.
I can't. Why do you know so much about Sonia from EastEnders? So yeah, but listen, hearing her talk about that, like, and I know she said, you know, like, what I really love that she said was that she went, I I did it for the money.
She was
like,
very honest.
She's not.
Yeah.
She's very honest about it. I did it for the money. Someone said you can get fit.
Yeah.
And it's for this amount of money. But like, even the fact that 4 stone which by the way, 4 stone, you're talking about 56 pounds.
Something like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In 2 months.
That's
extreme. Absolutely. And that is really, to me, that's the motivation stuff that I was doing.
Right.
But even worse.
Yeah.
But because I remember motivation, I lost 4 stone in like 8 months. So like, she must have been doing something insane. And I do think the fact that you're like, knowing you're going to be on a DVD cover, knowing that you're, and that you're under contract. Like, I do think signing a contract for something when it comes to weight, and we've said this before, like it's like the Biggest Loser, where people, like, if you bring money into something, people will go to such extraordinary lengths that they will stop listening to their bodies. And I really love it by the end of that clip. She's talking about the fact that she has 2 daughters, and she's like, I want to make food part of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not passing this on. But how sad it is that like she's kind of the face of something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's a sad thing. I'm going to end on this, right? So this is the reason this all kind of started coming out. Now, Natalie Cassidy, Sonia from EastEnders, she actually kind of just brought it out herself that she regretted doing it, and she was in her memoir and stuff. But it was kind of like other people who did it, they were more outed again by kind of like The Sun, by these rags, and also because a fitness expert who apparently trained a few of them kind of did an expose. So I'm going to read a few bits out from this. Okay, so this fitness expert trained. Do you know Vicky Pattison?
Not sure.
Vicky was in Geordie Shore and Lauren Goodger, right? But again, essentially they had these, get in shape workout DVDs, reality TV around the noughties, okay? So he said there basically are so many lies told about how the stars get in shape for their workout DVDs. He said the pair, like Vicky and Lauren he's talking about here, attended fitness boot camps and starved themselves to sell their diet plans, but failed to reveal the truth to viewers, okay? And he said in the DVDs, they basically say, this is how I lost weight. So he's essentially saying, like, in the DVD, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Okay. He claims they go without food, they do extra exercise, and they'd go to these boot camps in Switzerland. I need to know about these boot camps in Switzerland. Switzerland's coming up again and again. Like, I thought it was just for tax evasion, but anyway. He said that they were essentially prisoners to their diets, okay? He said there are so many lies, it's horrible. If you ask most of the girls after their DVD if they are happy with their weight, they would say no. They would like to look a stone heavier. That's because, for a lot of them, they don't enjoy the process and they make themselves completely miserable. He said Vicky Patterson, he goes on to say that she had a vast amount of pressure to lose weight and vowed she would never do another DVD afterwards, which tells you what you need to know.
Yeah.
He kind of goes on with the same thing, but it's the fact that he was like a guy who kind of worked with them.
Yeah.
And was like, he went on to say that while on my intensity program, Lauren lost 6 pounds in 5 days, my philosophy is that people don't have to be miserable to lose weight, which he's kind of selling himself there, which I find a bit
there it
outrageous.
Is. That's always the
But
way.
this is it. That's always, I'm like, he's kind of slipping and sliding in here now, isn't he? He's like, they lied, but if they actually did my thing.
Even though when you do my thing, this is how much you can lose in an extreme way. It's like, he's like totally selling himself.
Yeah,
Grace,
exactly. But it's I think what's really sad is they literally have the exact weights that they went from.
Yeah.
I think I didn't mention it too much in the episode.
Yeah.
I don't like mentioning people's actual weights.
Yeah.
But like, when you look at these tabloids, when I say they go for absolute, like, this person is 14 stone, 12 stone, like, this is how much they lost. It's the fact that the numbers mean so much.
Yeah.
That in order to be able to even, like, fulfill your contract, you have to be like, I made this number.
That's so messed up.
You know what I mean?
I just think it's so sad and it's so futile because nobody wins here other than the company that have set this thing up and pocketed some cash. Because I feel bad for obviously the customers who are trusting, their celebrity kind of, influencer of the day, and they're going to buy this crappy DVD. It's going to sit on the shelf. They might do it a couple of times and not get results and be disappointed, feel crap about themselves. The cycle continues, right? Yeah. But then I also feel bad for the celebrity because they've obviously been forced to use, their audience there to kind of sell out their audience, to sell out their image of themselves.
I mean, I would say forced, I find strong words. Okay. I would say I will say, as much as I will say they were young.
Yes.
And that's the thing. They're young women.
Yeah.
Someone comes along and says, here, do you want to earn a lot of money and lose weight? And you're like, fantastic. And then you actually sign on the dotted line and suddenly it's like, by the way, you're going to need to lose about 4 stone in 2 months. That's different. But I will say this. Yeah. I imagine the pressure they're under. That's
the other part of it. Like whether they were kind of forced or like just sort of like kind of encouraged,
naive maybe
to do it, naively signing up to do it. But then not only are you subjecting your body to this extreme kind of weight loss thing that's never ever ever going to be sustainable, then okay, well at least you get the money from it. But then you feel guilty. You're going to feel guilty that you've had to put on this forward persona of I lost X amount of weight in such a short time, and you can do it too if you buy my thing. And it's like, okay, I bought a new house with the earnings from that DVD, but like every time I look at that house, am I just going to be thinking about, all the people who I failed?
It's not even every time I look at that house, every time I eat food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's actually a torture, which by the way, a torture we know well.
Totally.
Which, like, let's be honest, guys, you've ever lost a significant amount of weight and then you mightn't be following the diet as strictly as you were before.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, they didn't compliment me this time.
Or I don't want to go.
Is that because I don't want to try those jeans on because I actually think they mightn't fit anymore. Like that is a mental torture that actually we don't appreciate. And I because we're so used to it. And one thing I do find sad about, particularly I would imagine with Natalie Cassidy, is the fact that she went from being like, oh yeah, kind of, I don't know, maybe a diet or two before, but never really, to suddenly being like, now I have a problem. Yeah. Because now, once you've been infiltrated by diet culture, we know this, it is really hard to unlearn this. It's a constant battle, a battle that all of us, tend to, I'm sure anyone listening to the podcast tends to be like, working on. Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fad Camp. As always, we want to thank our producer, Darren Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to review us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Great ratings and reviews really help more people find the show, and it would mean a lot to us.
Make sure to share the episodes with friends and family or on your social media. Every listen helps.
And we absolutely love hearing from our listeners, so please get in touch with any of your diet stories on fadcamppodcast@gmail.com.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.